Welcome back to Raise Your Child Bilingual in whatever language you speak. As my children grew older, I've noticed their relationship with the minority language changed, especially when they started school. I touch on this on another sessions as well because this is very important. When my children were little, if they wanted to communicate with me or their grandparents, other children, or just anyone, they would speak to them in the language they naturally knew that would make communication possible. That is, they would choose the easiest way to communicate with them. I have seen my children switch languages without really thinking the reason why. I have marveled at my daughter, age 2 or 3, talking with me in my language in the car and then immediately switching to the other language as soon as she put a foot into her grandparents' house. She immediately and unconsciously knew that she was entering a place where we just talk differently. However, once when my children became conscious of the actual existence of two different languages, they sort of developed some shyness using their home language in the presence of others. So it could happen that the child may feel embarrassed to be addressed in that other language and may not want to respond. They may then try to escape that uncomfortable situation and might respond in the local language so as to give us the idea that he or she is not playing the game and is not interested in it. What is actually happening is that the child only just wants to be like any other child and feels a little bit uncomfortable by this special different ability. By respecting the message the child was giving me, I found a good way of maintaining a positive relationship with the minority language. So I chose to try not trying to impose the language, not to take that as rejection or contempt. In this way, I have helped my children to keep a positive relationship with the language, and it has worked really well. When we do this, however, it is very important that we go back to using the minority language quick so we don't fall in the comfort zone of using the language of the country we live in from then on. I talk about this more deeply in many of my other sessions and show parents how to avoid giving up and be successful instead. So how does the child relate to a culture that his friends here don't know? If the child is in good terms with the country and the culture of the foreign parent, by that I mean they like to travel there, they like the people and things from the other country, you get it. If they are in good terms with the other country, then it is quite possible that they will be in good terms with the language as well. And you may remember how much I insist in my sessions that we should create a positive relationship with the home language. There are many ways to achieve that good vibe between your child and the country and language of the foreign parent. And for this to happen, we have to find fun, friendly, young side of the minority culture and language, find aspects with which the child will identify. And maybe they want to feel that they want to show that to the local friends. The most obvious example are visits to the country where you grew up with interesting activities, visits, things that are less common in the country where the child lives, things that the child will enjoy and may want to tell others about. Even the visits to elderly people and long family dinners are great opportunities to practice the minority language. For children, they can be really boring. So it is vital that they get age-appropriate visits and activities and interact with children their age so that during those trips abroad, they can connect with the minority country and culture in a positive way. Another way is through books, comics, cartoons, TV, sitcoms that don't exist in the country where their child lives, but that he or she can find cool, fun, suitable for their age. This material is packed with cultural aspects and language. In my house, we watch programs from my own childhood and also new programs as well. We bring books and magazines from abroad and often mention them, read them, refer to them so that my children feel familiar with the content. Maintaining contact with cousins and friends of the same age in the other country is also a double whammy. They have someone with whom to interact during the visits, and at the same time a chance to chat and message in the minority language once they fly back to the country we live. Same age cousins or the children of your friends abroad from childhood will show them the other country as it is today in the present, and not that one of 20 or 30 years ago when you grew up in it. New stuff, easy for the child to identify with and feel familiar. These tools have helped my children to develop a positive relationship with the minority language and the culture of the other side. This is a commitment that will bring your children and yourselves infinite benefits. And it doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. Watch my other short videos for free and add your experiences in the comments so that many more videos are made and many more parents can give their children this extraordinary gift for life.